Hey Pisces, welcome to Swedish Dharma Tarot. My name's Christina. I'm a Swedish Australian psychic, medium, healer and artist. This will be the fifth reading I do for Pisces. Maybe you've listened and looked before, or maybe you're completely new. You're just as welcome in either case. And just a quick reminder that, you've heard it all before. If it doesn't resonate, check your planets. Astro.com is a very good site for getting your chart, and you find out exactly which planets are in which sign and which house in just your astrological chart. So if this doesn't resonate, you might want to check your rising sign, also known as your ascendant. You might want to check your moon and your Venus and your Mars. I will put out in the description what these different planets mean in each chart. I think we might be dealing with the male Pisces here. He fell out of the deck. Also, by all means, feel free to use another reader, because it is important that you feel confidence in the person who's doing the reading for you. And if you don't feel that with me, then please feel free to try another reader. That having been said, let's get on with what Spirit would like you to know, dear Pisces. I will leave the man out here, Mr. Pisces. I do believe he is. We'll see as I lay out the cards, if there's somebody else as well who needs the reading, or who's another Pisces. So, the tarot deck I work with is called the Goddess Tarot, and it's made by Chris Waldholm, an American artist. And this is a fabulous tarot deck. It's taught me all I know. I was very disappointed when it found its way to me, because I was hoping to get the classical Rider-Waite, and I would be able to learn how to read the cards really well. No, not necessarily really well, but properly. And then they came, and they have a completely different major arcana, but I didn't have to look at them for long to realize that, well, these are the cards that I need. So the whole major arcana is made up of different goddesses from different cultures and different time periods. And so they're very empowering for women, absolutely, but even for men. And they suit me perfectly. Now, let's have a look. I see a woman. Yeah, this is definitely a Mr. Pisces, a mature man. And he seems to be going towards a woman in fire. They're great. Queen of Wands is here, but she comes upside down, so that maybe she's actually part of your past, dear Pisces. But you are moving towards her in every way that you can. What that means exactly, I can't explain yet. But you are getting more and more clear on what you want to do, that you want to approach her, and that you would like to start again. Maybe that was what I saw. It was an indecision, but it's becoming more and more clear to you that this is the woman for you, and that you need to reestablish contact. But you haven't yet. I think you have a daughter together, and there's something here with the parenthood. And I'm not sure if it's you, Mr. Pisces, or if it's your fire lady. No, it's not your fire lady, because they just showed me straight away that your Queen of Wands is very much also a Queen of Pentacles. So this is very much the Earth Mother. So the parenting problem isn't there. With her, that is. It seems to be with you, Mr. Pisces. And here comes the sun as well. So I think your woman is very spiritual, and I think maybe it's a question of abandonment, that you just up and left one day. I will look more closely at you here. Yes. Coming and going, and I think maybe you had an affair, and as a result of that, you were either asked to leave or you chose to leave to pursue that relationship. And your family was then left high and dry. So this has caused an enormous amount of sorrow, both for you and your children and your wife, which seems to be your ex. But if it's any comfort, and I think it should be, I'd like to say that was all meant to be. That's part of your karmic lessons for this past life or this life, to have found yourself, you, your wife, and your 2 children in that situation. So this is how you're learning. That's one of the life's lessons. And I can also make it a bit easier maybe to handle by saying that this is a lesson learned. And I think definitely for you, but possibly even for your family. I can see that when the 2 of Cups come up, that is for me my karma card. The life lessons that we encounter in all aspects of our lives, whether it's work or our love relationships or parent relationships with our parents. Did I say I'm Swedish Australian? Because I get stuck sometimes. Not used to working in English. Hope you'll excuse me. In any case, this now comes up reversed. I wasn't sure how I was holding it. So it's been there, done that, and it's now in the past. And now the rest is a question of moving forward, re-establishing contact in a very genuine manner. You better come back on your knees, dear Pisces. I know you're a good man. I don't doubt that for a second. And that you love both your wife and your children. But you were a bit stupid. But I'm pretty sure they're going to forgive you, actually. Well, your children, certainly. And they, of course, need you very much. So it's important that you get in contact with them very soon. You're seeking balance in the situation. There's a big regret and a great longing towards your family again. You even caused yourself, of course, a lot of pain. And I think at the moment, you really are quite anxious and maybe a little bit depressed as well. Not being yourself. You know, and your wife knows, that in fact you're very good for each other. That between the 2 of you, there is or has been a lot of respect. And also that you have a lot of things in common. And yeah, up until this situation, yeah, still, you're very good for each other. That's the Judgment card that tells me this. This is Gwennifer, a Welsh goddess, and you can see her being very merciful towards the man that she's about to knight, that's kneeling by her feet. And I'm sure, dear Pisces, you will be treated mercifully by your wife as well. But there's a lot of guilty conscience here. But that's what you need to work with. And your wife and your children can't help you with that. That's a very personal thing, and it's very much an inner work. But please start by contacting them very soon. They need you and they love you. Yes. I don't know if you're far away from them. Yeah, what do I mean by saying I don't know? I think without a doubt you're not in your hometown. You're far away, maybe even in a different country, but certainly you're not in your hometown. And in one way that makes it easier not to take the initiative, because there's lots of other things that are happening and there's not a lot that reminds you of your family. At the same time, you need to come home. They want you and they need you, really. And your marriage will be re-established. This is number 5. In my major arcana, it's Juno, a Roman goddess who was consulted by women, by the women in Rome, when they had problems in their marriage or with their children or whatever. I think number 5 might be the emperor. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's the emperor. So everything will work out fine, but you have to take the initiative. That's the thing. So that's what I have for you today, Pisces. I wish you all the best of luck, but before I leave you, I will take some oracle cards. The first one I'd like to take for you is the Goddess Tarot by Doreen Virtue. And these are a present from Soul Sister Julia in Australia. So it's a big honor for me to be able to work with them as well. Here we go. Aphrodite, inner goddess. Inner goddess. Awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. Well, that seems like a message for a woman, absolutely, but why can't you, Mr. Pisces, awaken the God within you, your divinity? And if you do that best through dancing, go for it. But in any case, you need to take very good care of yourself, like the card says, and appreciate your divinity and appreciate your fatherhood. I think that might make it easier for you to make contact with your family. We'll also have a look at what the yogic path has to tell you. They look like that, and they're made by Sahara Rose. She's written the texts. The artwork is by Daniel Knoll. And of course, here we have deities, spirituality, all sorts of things. You got Saraswati. Let's see what Sahara Rose has to say about Saraswati, but I know one thing about her, and that is that she's like the Hindi Venus. So she's very much the goddess of the arts, dance, music, creativity in all forms. So maybe there is something there with dancing, and maybe you're quite musical, more than what I've understood in the reading. So if that's how you regain your strength, by all means, do that. Creativity is nearly always healing. So Saraswati, the goddess of creativity, intuition, and insight. Saraswati appears when you have surrendered to creativity, the endless stream that we only catch glimpses of but can feed us. Let me see now. I'll start again. Saraswati appears when you've surrendered to creativity, the endless stream that we only catch glimpses of but can feed us for life. She's the sacred river flowing with divine wisdom, nourishing us with nectar for the soul. Art, music, dance, and literature. You may draw upon Saraswati when new ideas are flourishing and you're channeling universal wisdom. Saraswati appears in the ingenious moment when you think of something straight from the heavens, when you lose yourself in dance, here it comes again, when you become one with the music. She's the very source of all inspiration. embodying the cosmos through communication, meditation, intuition, speech and sound. Saraswati has come to you to deliver the message to pursue that creative idea with full force. You are fully supported by her blessings. That's wonderful. And the thing is that musicality is something that we often inherit. So I'm assuming that your kids are probably very musical as well. And that's a great way to heal the family when you finally meet up. Listening to music, maybe dancing, depends on the age of your kids, of course. But yeah, singing and playing music maybe. And I'm sure your wife, if she can't join you, she will appreciate you when you're musicer. I don't know what that is in English, musicer. But when you're listening to or playing an instrument or listening to music, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Thanks for watching. Good luck. Bye.